So here's the nice thing. Before I even take a look at it, no matter what, this game is going to be worth more than what I paid. I paid $40 for this out of pocket. And the condition is what matters the most, because he got a day one edition of this game, and that version is worth $86. All right, next up is Value Pond, number 2. Most of the time we strike out here, but sometimes we don't. Maybe this time will be different. Let's go. Hello. There's 3 in there. Got some new games. Doubt anything good though. Oh, well. Yeah. No, I won't do that for 15. Means I don't know what this is. Nine. Does that have value? I'm gonna assume no. You know what? Sure. Do I have Hellboy 2? I don't think I do. I'll grab both of those. Yeah, I wanted to look at a couple of the Switch games back there. Just want to look at a couple of them. I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, thank you.
Excellent.
Which one, honey?
The Mega Man and then the Sonic. I just wanted to look at those real quick. Okay. I think I'll get this one.
No problem. Anything else that you want to see?
I got a little stack of stuff. I just want to know what this game is because it's not labeled. So many games in there.
Yeah, a lot.
Like, is there anything I can do to help with the audit thing? Because I would love to pick up a number of those, but...
Are you talking about the...
Yeah, because there's a bunch that don't have cases. Well, the Game Hunt cam did die in Value Pond, but I did pick up 3 items. I was going to pick up some Blu-rays because they had a couple Blu-rays I didn't own for like $1 or $2, but they couldn't find the discs, so I left those behind. I also looked at Sonic Rivals on the Switch. They wanted 20. I just don't want to pay 20 bucks for that game. Like, I feel that's a good $5 game. That's about it. But I did pick up 3 games, 2 on PS3 and 1 on Switch. So first off, we have Lego Marvel Superheroes on the PS3. Surprisingly enough, this game trades in a GameStop. It's not for much. It's like $3.30. But there's a 30% bonus if I trade towards the games that I'm picking up next week. and I only paid $2 for it. So it's easy money. I can make almost $2, basically double my money by doing not much of anything. So I paid $2. I could get almost $4 back for it. Might as well. Then, and this is a gift for Corey. I'm actually trying to encourage Corey to kind of start his own like wrestling game collection, because I think that'd be kind of a cool thing for him to document maybe on his channel. But I found another one that I think he'll appreciate, and that is SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 on the PS3. No manual, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Again, it's a wrestling game. Those tend to have some value on the older platforms, so figured it was worth picking up for $2. And then the last game I paid a little more for, and that's $15. But it's a game I don't own. It's a decent looking game. It was on the Switch, so I figured, you know what, let's go for it. Loose copy of Mega Man 11 on the Switch. I paid $15 for it. It's not the worst price in the world. I think I did okay on it. I'll have to look up values, but overall I'm pretty happy with that. It's a small purchase, but I picked up 2 solid PS3 games, 1 to flip, 1 to give to Corey, and then a Switch game to add to the collection. Not too bad. And then our last stop was Value Pawn number 2. And again, I did keep one of the games to trade in the Gamestop, so I'm not going to talk about that one. But I did pick up 2 other games. The first is SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 on the PS3. I picked this up for Corey. I'm trying to convince him to do a series on his channel where he tries to collect a bunch of wrestling games. He said he was interested, but I've made suggestions to him a few times and he's never taken me up on them. So we'll see if he actually does it. But I got this for him mostly because A, it's a wrestling game he didn't own, and B, it was $2. I don't feel bad about giving him that, and it's worth $15. So this actually has some decent value. Because most wrestling games do, but yeah, this one, especially like the PS3, Xbox 360 ones, they have some decent value. So $15 at 2. Not bad. And then the last game is Mega Man 11 on the Switch, loose cart only. It was a $15 loose game, so I figured, you know what, let's try it, see what happens. I haven't played Mega Man 11. I bet it's pretty fun, and I figure the Switch is a good platform to play it on, so might as well. Paid $15. That one was a little bit of a loss too. It's only worth $13, but still, it's a Switch game. Another one to add to the growing collection, and actually it is the 80th Switch game that I own, or 85th or 86th Switch game that I own. So my case is full, so now I need to buy another case so I can fit more cart Switch games into it. But yeah, Mega Man 11. So that's everything I've picked up so far. We got one more day of game hunting ahead of me. And by that I mean I'm gonna go to one more pawn shop. Also Gamestop to trade in some stuff. Maybe we'll pick up something there. And then I do have a couple packages coming from GameStop. So there will be a condition report, and it's pretty exciting because one of the games, depending on the condition, is worth a lot of money. So yeah, the fun is not over, and we've already scored pretty big. So let's continue on this train and see where it takes us. As of late, I rarely score here because they usually overprice games, but I figure since most of the pawn shops were not fruitful this weekend, might as well try this one just to see. No game hunt cam this time, just because I don't expect to come out with anything. But if I do, I'll show you what I get. Let's go see if we can do well at our 3rd value pawn this week. As expected, nothing in there today. I kind of have to narrow my focus in there because the only things I'm going to get any kind of value out of are the newer, more expensive games because of how high their prices are. So because of that, even stuff that I would normally look at like in the $5 to $6 range, like if I can, get a game for $5 and I can get $7, $8 out of it, I'm willing to do it. But they don't do that anymore here. Now they pretty much only do 10 for the newer games, and they never have older ones. So they did have some controllers, but they're just not worth the money. They're charging $50 a controller, which that's basically new, and Walmart has them. So I don't know who does the pricing in this pawn shop, but like they're not going to sell stuff. That's for sure. So yep, we're gonna head to GameStop, our next destination. Last physical stop of the week is GameStop. I'm gonna trade in those games. Maybe I'll find something to pick up. Let's go inside and see what happens. All right, so the original plan, as I think a lot of you know from my previous episode, was to go into GameStop, put all that trading credit down on one of my pre-orders because I have 2 coming out next weekend, and leave it at that. But because I've learned my lesson from a few weeks ago, I decided to ask what they had in the retro drawer. And interestingly enough, they did have some new stuff that they did not have before. And I did pick up something, which cost me most of my trading credit. I did put 5 down on Kirby, so I have 10 towards that, which is good. And then I have 5 towards Borderlands, or Wonderlands, sorry. But I picked up this. It's not a good game. I know it's not a good game, but it's a Wii U game. And maybe I'll give it a better chance. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's more fun than I remember it. Mario Party 10 on the Wii U. So, yeah. I saw this. I'm like, you know, it might actually have some value. It has some value, not a ton, because it's one of the least valuable Mario Party games. But it was worth grabbing. It's in good shape. It's complete. The disc is in great shape. Might as well. I mean, at this point, I might as well just go for a complete Mario Party set. Because I have, what, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing 9. I have 10. And then I have Super and All-Stars. So I've got almost every Mario Party game after the N64. And maybe when I get an N64, I'll go for those as well. But right now, figured I'd grab this. I think it was worthy of picking up just because it's a Mario Party game. It's not a game I'm going to see very often. And I didn't pay much out of pocket thanks to trade-ins and rewards. So not too bad. But yep, let's head back to the room because I do have a couple condition reports that I have to share. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So I'm actually outside by this lovely lake at my apartment complex for a video on my main channel. But since I was out here and since I had this with me because I had to go stop at my mailbox to get it, I figured let's do our first ever outdoor condition report. So this was one that I honestly hoped I wouldn't have to worry about because it's a new game. It's supposed to be a new copy from Gamestop. And this game goes on sale a lot. So I would expect this is going to be a sealed copy. But when I picked the package, I heard this. So the disc is loose. So the question is it going to be sealed and the disc is loose? Or is it going to be not sealed? I don't know. It's sealed. So I'm going to have to figure... Oh, no, it's not. It is not sealed. Ah, darn it. Well, that's kind of the worst case scenario. We have Ni no Kuni on the PS4. Now, I'm sure you're probably asking, why would you pick up Ni no Kuni on the PS4? Because you already have that game on the Switch. And the answer is yes, I do have it on the Switch. But once again, because this game randomly goes on sale a lot for some reason. It was on sale for like under $6. It was like $5.87 for some reason. I'm not sure why. But because of that price, because it's such a cheap game, I figured, you know what? Why not grab it? Because A, if it's sealed, I can resell it, which it's not sealed. Probably not going to resell it. And B, if it isn't, I can just have the PS4 copy in my collection. And that way I can choose whether I want to play it on PS4 or on Switch. So it was their last copy, unfortunately, and it's got stickers and crap all over it, but you know, for the little bit of money that I paid for it, it's not the end of the world, so I'll take it. So Ni no Kuni on the PS4. Not sure what I want to do with it yet, whether I want to keep it or maybe try to resell it or trade it in. I don't know, but we'll find out. But yeah, I got another copy of Ni no Kuni, this time on the PS4 again. But this is not the one that I'm really interested in. Supposedly, the other package is coming tomorrow. That one, the condition matters a lot. So similar to the situation with Gravity Rush Remastered on PS4, this is one of those games where the condition can double the value. And I'll talk about that more when that package comes in. But yeah, not the greatest so far with Ni no Kuni, because it's a little messed up. But you know, for the little bit of money I paid for it, I can't really complain. All right, so it is a little bit later, and it is time for our final recap of this episode. Yes, we have a part 2 recap, because I was waiting for a certain item to show up, and it's arrived. We'll get to that in a second, though. Let's go ahead and recap everything else before we lead up to that, because that one's pretty exciting. So, I went to GameStop just to look around, and they happen to have new retro stuff that I hadn't taken a look at yet. And even though I know this game does not have great reputation, I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and grab it because it's a Wii U game, it's a game I don't have, and it's for a series that I honestly might want to collect all the games for at some point, and it'll probably be expensive later on. We got Mario Party 10 on the Wii U. It's complete. It's in great shape. Again, not the most valuable Mario Party, not the best Mario Party, but it's a Mario Party game, and it's on the Wii U, so I figured I'd grab it. This one I ended up paying $11 out of pocket because I had some trading credit, and it was worth $25, so decent value there. And then the last thing before we get to the condition report is Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch remastered on the PS4. I paid $5.87 for this from GameStop's website because every now and again, GameStop, Walmart, and Amazon have this game for dirt cheap. I don't know why, but they do. So I figured I'd grab another copy. This one was not sealed, which does hurt the value a little bit, but it's still in great shape. It's brand new, just not sealed. I paid $5.87 for this, and it is worth 15 bucks. I am trying to sell this on eBay for like 13. We'll see if it sells. Worst comes to worst, I keep it. No big deal. Now we're going to get to this one, and this is the really exciting one. So, first off, I want to give a shout out to Cincy Game Hunting on Twitter and Instagram. If you've not followed him, he had a YouTube channel. He still has the channel. He just hasn't been uploading lately. Hopefully he'll come back at some point because we need him in the game hunting community. But he pointed out that GameStop had a rare PS4 game that the only way you could actually order it is if you searched for it on Google and clicked on the link to GameStop's website. If you search for this game through the app or through the website, it will not come up. You have to search for it externally, which is kind of weird, but that's probably why this game is uncommon and still available. So here's the nice thing. Before I even take a look at it, no matter what, this game is going to be worth more than what I paid. I paid $40 for this out of pocket. And the condition is what matters the most because he got a day one edition of this game, and that version is worth $86. Even in loose form, this game is worth $50, so no matter what, I'm going to be getting more value than what I paid. But I could be getting double what I paid if it's the day one edition. So we're going to open up. I have opened the package, but I have not looked inside. We're going to find out together what condition this game is in, because this is pretty exciting. Okay, I'm pulling it out now. I'm not going to look. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to show the camera. And we'll find out together. 1, 2, 3. Oh! It's the day one edition of Ys 8. Is it complete though? It's got the soundtrack and it's got the game itself. I don't know if it's supposed to come with anything else. I'll have to take a look. It does have the soundtrack though. So, Ys is a very long-running JRPG series. I have never played a Ys game before, but it looks pretty good. It looks like a fun series, and it's expensive. So I figured it was worth grabbing if I can get it. So it is the day one edition. Now, I need to look up to see what else this is supposed to include to see if this is actually complete. I mean, I guess it says. Okay. So it is the day one edition. It does not have the art book, but it does have the soundtrack. So it's not complete, but it's pretty close. So this is an $80 game for the day one edition. I wish I had the art book. I'm sad it doesn't. But even without it, it's still worth a lot of money because it's the day one edition. It has the day one artwork and it has the soundtrack. That's pretty dope. So did well. We got the version we wanted. It's not 100% complete, but it's got almost everything in it. So that's awesome. And this will be a nice addition to the collection. It looks interesting. I've never played a Ys game before, so I figured this is a good starting point. And it's an expensive game, so that's pretty awesome. So great to add that to collection. And that is how you wrap up a pretty stellar week, if you ask me. We got a lot of stuff, a lot of valuable stuff that hopefully I can sell on eBay. Great stuff to add to the collection. I know these are longer episodes and some people may really like that, but I'm trying to make them so that there's enough content in there where you'll enjoy it, but I don't want to overdo it, so that's why I'm kind of breaking up these longer episodes. But anyway, thank you for watching this episode of The Bargain Game Hunter. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. And I will see you on the next episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.